Hey, everybody, we're GFBS. We're Grand Forks' best source on a dirty Thursday. How about that? For the first time in a while, the Bullring Boys are back. Chad Hoff in the studio, along with River Cities Speedway Hall of Famers Jeff Leebrick and Kevin Papenfuss. Man, it's going to be a great day. By the way, National Nut Day today, and Smart is Cool Day. So I got a couple of things going for me today. Show, by the way, brought to you by Executive Properties. You know, they're talking all this snow and everything coming. Well, not only is Executive Properties probably the best type of commercial and residential work contractors, well, they also do snow removal. Yeah, that's right. Over 30 years of experience in the contracting business, Barry Romo and the guys at Executive Properties can take care of you. They do everything, too. All types of commercial and residential work. They've got some great senior and referral discounts. They're willing to work with any budget. And you heard about the snow removal. Yeah, I know. Have you even got your shovel out yet? For all your general contractor needs, call them up. Executive Properties, 701-330-1273, or go to executiveproperties.org. Got some awesome reviews on Facebook and Google, too. You're going to love their work. They're the one-stop company that can do it all for you. Know these guys. They do awesome work. Executive Properties. Get a hold of them, all right? All right, time now for our daily segment called Jokes My Neighbor Tells Me. Jokes My Neighbor Tells Me. Did you guys hear Bubba Wallace is now going to work for a telephone company? Yeah, Bubba's going to work for a telephone company. Now he can finally get on the pole. All right, there's my Jokes My Neighbor Tells Me. Paul, what do you think about that one? No, you didn't like that one, Chad?
Producer Paul?
I'm trying to find Chad here. There you are.
There you go.
Yeah.
By the way, if you have any questions, any comments, you want to text us, you want to call us, our phone number.
Oh, sorry.
What do you want me to do? Our phone number, by the way.
We're putting shades on each other.
Oh, you're doing that thing.
We're making this thing hip.
If you want to call or text, 701-213-0863, the phone number, 701-213-0863. Chad Hoff, good to have you back in the studio, man.
Happy to be back, bud. Glad to be here today. Just crazy work at the shop and stuff, so it's tough to get away on snowy days and busy, you know. But we're going to have 3 months of hell, and we'll be back at it. It'll be slow again in January. So.
Yeah, it's this time of the year everybody figures out, hey, wow, I need new tires.
It's amazing to me that they don't plan it until the day of.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I need tires today. Oh, yeah, you sure do, but you should have thought that a week ago.
After they get pulled out of the ditch by the wrecker, and the wrecker driver says, you know what, you need new tires.
And we try to help everybody as much as we can, but it's tough when we're booked right now till Tuesday, so it's going to be really hard for us to work something in, but
wow,
we usually do pretty good about that.
What are you trying to do here now? Oh, okay.
I don't want the camera adds 30 pounds. We talked about this before.
We need a bigger camera.
Why is it so close to my face?
Stand up.
What is this?
All right.
Jeff's looking at me like, what the hell?
All right, enough of you.
Short guy over here.
Short guy over here.
Welcome to the studio. First-time guest, Jeff Leebrick, Kevin Papenfuss. How are you, fellas?
Just great. Dandy.
Just dandy. Hall of Famers. You've been in the Hall of Fame, Jeff, for how long now? Just a couple of years?
Last year.
Yeah. And same with you?
2 years.
2 years. 2 years. Now, if you think about it, and we're going to go through a lot of stuff here, but first off, tell us a little bit about yourself there, Jeff.
As far as where?
As far as whatever you want to talk about.
He's like, how far do you want me to go back?
Well, started racing in 78 with Bruce Hart and started building street stocks. Had no idea what the hell we were doing. Mm-hmm. But and I think it was a 1963 Mercury Monterey.
Mm-hmm.
And it had a 410 in it.
Oh, it did?
Yeah, 410 Ford.
Yeah.
I think it was a knockoff of a 390. But,
but
built the thing with old street sign cast iron pipe. And,
oh, yeah.
Found them out at the dump at Larimore, you know. Started building a roll cage.
And the rest is history. How'd you do in that car?
Not well. We had a driver, a high school buddy named Eric Callahan that drove it.
Mm-hmm.
But actually, it was Bruce. Bruce was the owner, and Steve Anderson from Larimore, not related to the Steve Anderson that races Grand Forks, but it was those two guys' idea.
Okay.
And I just lived across the street from Bruce and kind of helped out. And it was a year after my car accident, so Bruce got me out of the house.
Okay.
Get me to do stuff.
So in all your years of racing, you've been an owner, mechanic, and all that kind of stuff. Did you ever drive a race car?
I actually, back when Jerry Grundy had the racetrack back in the early 80s, I had a 73 Mustang 351 Cleveland, and he had these one-on-one races, cars off the street, and you just did 2-lap circle drag, start at the beginning. I did that, and then that's when I got the nudge to start owning the cars.
Sure.
And building them, and I was going to race my first Plymouth.
Yeah.
And I chickened out, so.
You ever do any damage to that Mustang when you were out there doing 2 laps?
No, but it was about a $10 car wash after that.
And that was a lot of money back then.
That's a lot of
That was
money.
a lot of money in 1982.
I think
yeah.
I was probably racing with him that night. I had my wife Snova out there. I come home.
I didn't really know you that well then. So.
I came home, and the car is just covered in mud. And my
Bet Kay
wife
was
looked
happy
at
about that.
She goes, "What the hell?" I said, "I took a gravel road on the back way from Grand Forks." Till my dad came over to the house and said, "You know, you need to turn that thing into a race car. It frickin' handles really good."
Oh, no.
Oh, boy.
Dad ratted him out.
Blame it on Dad.
Oh, yeah, it was not good.
I wonder how my wife's Toyota Camry would do on something like that.
That'd be pretty fun.
By the way, Sean, Amanda Joe,
She's
Tori
impressed.
Martin, Scott Iverson, Sean. Let's see here.
Amanda Joe says Jeff and Kevin both in the same show.
Yep.
But we have like a bunch of people watching, and I lost all the names.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
What?
Tori Martin. Hi, John, Chad, Jeff, Kevin, Paul.
Hi.
All right. There we go. Okay, Kevin, let's get to you now. How did you get your start?
Oh, well, I guess my dad was a race freak and followed racing everywhere way before I was born. And then they had a track outside of Park River, so we went every Sunday, and Dad never missed a race and dragged it. As long as I can remember, I was going to races, and so he kind of got us into it. And then my brother raced before me, and then I was working for my brother-in-law at the airport, and when I decided to race, I had a 68 Camaro and was at the races in Grand Forks, and came home next morning and woke up and kicked the windshield out of it and said, "We're going racing." My brother-in-law pulls into the airport, and I'm in the car with my feet pushing the windshield out. He looks at me, "What the heck are you doing?" I said, "We're going racing." So I converted. My wife's still mad about it because I wrecked that 68 Camaro. My dad pulls up and just shakes his head. And, oh, God. Well, he didn't want me to race. Mm-hmm. He says, "It's too much money. I ain't going through this again after Keith." And well, that was it. Never stopped till 25 years later.
Wow.
So you kicked the windshield out of the first car, and then just let her buck, and then ever since then it's just go time.
Yep.
Just
That was
in the
old
airport
street
parking
days.
lot. Let's just kick this out.
That's the old street days, yeah.
Yeah.
How many different classes did you race in your career?
I ran streets, hobby stocks. The second year I started out, they made me go super stocks. Which
Yep.
It was kind of a in between a late and a street.
Yep, I used to have a super stock, actually. Yeah.
And back in the 79, and well, I was running a street car, but the only thing is I had piping outside of the front of the car was sticking out, so till I wrecked it, and I took the pipe off and put it inside and ran streets, but
Yeah.
and ran lates,
Cosmetic rules.
Our super stock,
Cosmetic rules.
the new super stocks. Bought a modified once from Rick Auckland, and the next day after I bought it, they canceled modifieds in Grand Forks.
Oh, jeez.
So I turned and sold it to a guy in Langdon and bought a super stock from Bruce Hart.
Wow. Jeff, you got your start. We talked about that. How many different classes of cars have you owned
And built.
and built and wrenched on?
Streets, hobbies, limited sprint, and 410 sprint.
I'm guessing, what's your favorite of the 4 classes you just mentioned? You see that look?
Hobby stocks, I think.
Yeah. If we had a censored button, we could probably use it at that point in time. That look said it all. Like that
There's
look
where you
was
should have put the smoke coming out of somebody's ears was right there.
That look was straight. Listen, Mom. Listen.
As much fun as we had in hobby stock, the sprint cars is the only way to go. So.
You working with Jade Hastings now?
Yep. Since the start.
The kid is doing really well.
Yeah.
I mean,
What a phenomenal talent.
Yeah, and you know, we see it when these guys start. You could see when they start showing flashes of brilliance. You can see when they sit on their you-know-what for just a split second and lose that flash of brilliance.
Yep.
And you get closer and closer to that first win, and before you know it, you're winning all the time. The kid won a bunch of money this year, with especially with the bounties and stuff like that. But you kind of found yourself a gem there. Tell us, how did that work out? How did you get involved with him?
Well, it was the night before Thanksgiving on 2013.
'Twas the night before, yeah?
Yes.
Let's get a book.
I was sitting in Denny's lounge one night.
No way.
Denny's bar. And, of course, it's a ritual the night before Thanksgiving. Everybody hits the bars, you know. So sitting there, and here walks in Steve Lemoyne and Sean Lyons and John Tibotowski. And so I went down and started BS with them. And they go, "We need to talk to you." And they were all looking at me serious. I'm like, okay. And he goes, well, they grabbed a case of beer. We went 5 blocks down the street to my house and sat at my kitchen table.
Have the garage all warmed up?
No. We sat at my kitchen table.
Ooh, this is a big meeting.
Yeah. So,
This went in the house.
so after we cracked a couple beers and sat there, and he says, Steve goes, "We want you to help us find a sprint car, and we got a kid that we're going to put in the sprint cars here." 15-year-old Jade. At the time, he was 15. And I go, "Who's Jade Hastings?" And they started telling me that they kind of helped him through his younger years in go-karts and stuff. And I'm going, "Are you guys serious about this?" And they're like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah.
Who'd you get that first car from? You remember where they bought it, the first one?
They bought it from a guy in Quezon, Minnesota. A guy I didn't really get along.
So it wasn't a local guy?
No, I had a run in with this guy once in Minot during an ASCS show. He doesn't like me, but the car actually came from Mark Dobmeyer.
Okay. Do you like him, that guy?
I think he's okay.
Yeah, the guy that doesn't like you?
Yeah,
Okay, I was going to say, if you want to mention his name, I don't care.
I can't think of his name at the moment.
Oh, okay.
I thought you were talking about Dobmeyer.
No.
Everybody likes Dobmeyer.
I was going to say the opposite. No one likes Mark Tremor.
Yeah. So when you saw Jade go, the first time out in a sprint car, what was your first thoughts? Knowing you've been around this for a long time, you can see talent, you can judge that. But when you saw him run the first time out there, what was your first initial thought of him?
Well, the transition from going to a go-kart to a sprint car, going something that doesn't have a suspension to something that does have a suspension,
Right.
you're going to feel roll in the chassis and stuff. And all I'm thinking is, don't hit the wall. But he had his problems with spinning out a few times, but all in all, he hasn't wrecked that much.
Right.
In 7 seasons, so he
No,
had a
it's
few
awesome.
He had a few mishaps at the first couple of years, but nothing. He's only been on his head twice.
Yeah,
Right.
Mishap in RideLCar.com victory lane one time.
Well, one time this year. Then we joked about it afterwards. We said that too. Now you see him more often. So I talked to him a little bit more, and he get out of the car and congratulations, man, one hell of a race, but watch the language. Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
No F-bombs.
Yeah, no F-bombs today. Because right after he did it, he looked at me and he goes, I was like, it's okay. It's done.
He
It's
feels
just-
bad when he does something wrong.
Yeah.
And you know, the thing is, in the heat of the moment, too, you just won yourself a nice race at a very hard track to win at.
Very competitive
And
race.
you know what? I'm guessing he probably didn't even realize that it slipped out. But
Probably not till after the fact. But hey,
When the adrenaline gets going.
Yeah.
exactly.
in other words, that's Jade Hastings. I'm okay.
Yep.
It's good.
Yeah, 5 minutes later, he's just calm as a cat.
Yeah.
You could see his competitiveness too. When he was racing against Kyle Larson,
Yeah.
he was like one of the only people. I thought he was going to put Kyle into the wall there for a second. He was just right on him. He wouldn't let
After
off.
Kyle lapped him, he stayed right with him. He started following his line.
Yep.
He went, "Oh, this is how you do it."
And then he placed, I think, top 15 in Fargo the next day, didn't he? I think he was the highest placing NOSA driver in the field. I think he was.
Yeah, I'm sure it's 13th or 14th.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like that, yeah.
Adam watching Tom Corcoran. Jeff is a closet LM guy. LOL. I don't know what LM means.
I don't know what
late
LM
model.
means.
I think you're a closet late. Do you see that look?
Once again, we need that.
I get that from an old bald-headed fart like Tommy.
Do you have a wah button?
Let me see here. How's that? Amanda Joe, pretty serious if you have to take the business to the kitchen table at Jeff's. Terry Blacklance, what's up, number 101? Boa, Timmy Riopel, tell Jeff not to get technical. He's been
Timmy,
great
how
for
you
the
doing?
sprint people. Old Boa. I think he's working out of his house now. We're going to take a quick little break here. Time to give somebody a shout-out, and we're going to give a shout-out to Burgraff's Ace Hardware and Paint. Ace, the helpful place located in South Washington Street in the corner of the Grand Cities Mall. You know, your local Ace Hardware store has everything you need. I mean, everything, man. Craftsman tools, Weber, Big Green Egg, Napoleon, Traeger grills, Yeti coolers, Steel power tools, and, of course, Benjamin Moore paints. You can see their full list of department and store services at acehardware.com. Call them up, 701-738-0455. Burgraff's Ace Hardware is where we go to get, all I got to do is look at like the Gorilla Tape and all the stuff hanging around here. It's all stuff we bought and taped from Burgraff's Ace Hardware. They have it all. Tell them Grand Forks Best Source sent you. And also want to give a shout out to Greg over at Gateway Sports. Went in there yesterday to have some work done on my four-wheeler. He did a great job, and he wants to remind people out there, if you got a snowmobile and it's carbureted, you should probably have it looked at, all right? Basically, when you have a carbureted snowmobile, you have what's called a carburation day, just like they do at Indy. Go get your carbs checked because they're probably going to need to be cleaned. Your high-fax, skags, skis, belt, clutches, accessories. He's got a lot of great accessories. And if you haven't winterized your watercraft yet, you should probably call him and get that done too. Love Greg. He's such a good guy. Gateway Sports, right on Gateway, right by the racetrack. What a great spot. 701-746-9554 is his number at Gateway Sports. The legendary number 101 from Jory Berg. How about that? Kevin, got to feel kind of good. Both you guys. I mean, it doesn't matter. Jeff Leebrick, Kevin Papenfuss, before I even knew you guys, I knew you guys. It felt like that. Kevin, I don't know if it's because you won so many races and the same with you, or just because Papenfuss is kind of fun to say.
Yeah.
It's like my hero,
Yeah?
Bob Bockwitz.
Okay.
I can't believe he's not in the Hall of Fame. He's just one of the greatest. I
be.
love the guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just love Bob. The reason I started liking him, because he had a harder name than me to pronounce. And I thought, that is my new hero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell you what, I got stuck doing the World Junior Hockey Tournament one year, and I had like Kazakhstan and Russia and all of these European teams.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy, you should have heard. It was like a butcher shop. Me saying their names,
Just chopping it up.
and I was always told, as long as you sound like you know what you're talking about, they'll believe you.
Yeah.
So I'd rattle off these names from up, I was doing the MC and I'd rattle off these names, and you'd see the guys down there chuckling and elbowing each other like, stupid American butchered our names again.
Yeah.
But,
No, names are tough for announcers sometimes, but when you see the person that you recognize it with, a lot of people are just commenting on you right now. I mean, just the legendary, the great Kevin Papenfuss, and then you got people out there that are thankful for Jeff and all the wisdom and advice he's given out through his whole life so far. Amanda Joe is thankful for that. I mean, the best thing about this, we talk this about every time we come out here, is race family. And you guys are heart and soul of that. When you look at advice you want to give out, or the legendary status of what you've done and how you guys have grown in the sport, when you want to know something or want to, say, if you're new to the game, okay, and you probably want to have some advice how to set up a sprint car, why the hell wouldn't you want to go talk to Jeff?
yeah.
100%.
Half of them don't listen.
Yeah. Look at his car, guys. Where's the camera? Look at his car. It's Jade Hastings. It runs up front. He wins a lot. Let's listen to Jeff.
Yeah.
It's just, and those things like that, when people look at you and you got people like us are sitting here and we get to interview you guys. That's pretty freaking cool. And then you got people like wishing they would be here to talk to them. Mm-hmm. So my job's pretty good. I'm just listening.
You know, Tom,
just listening.
Tom Corcoran is, he's engaged with us now, guys. This podcast would really be interesting. Live from the table in Jeff's garage after a couple of Busch lattes.
We're going to be doing that later.
And Jeremy, Jeremy Kvami said, "Yikes!"
Yikes!
Jeremy, come over too.
Yeah, getting back to you now, Jeff. How good does it feel to be able to take a kid like Jade Hastings, mold him, work with him, teach him? I mean, I know you guys have got a couple of pretty good guys on that crew over there, but that's got to be as fun as being in the car itself. I mean, the satisfaction's got to be crazy good.
The best part about this whole deal is those four guys, Steve, John, Sean, and Jade, they've been around each other for ever.
Right.
And they work well together.
Yeah.
These guys eat, live, breathe racing. They have no bad habits. I mean, if they go out and drink, it's Friday night only during the winter.
Yep.
They go out and have dinner on Friday night. Other than that, they're in that shop almost every day of the week for 4 or 5 hours, tinkering with something or making sure things are okay. But there's a reason we don't have mechanical failures.
Right. And people don't realize how much. You don't just load it up and show up to the track on Friday and go.
When you got a guy like Sean Lyons and our motor builder, Chuck Thompson, calls him the crack detector.
Yeah.
And it drives Chuck nuts because he finds anything that's wrong.
Right.
And he'll find a little crack in something, and I wish I had eyesight like that now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Sean, he's the crack detector, you know.
Got another text from Jordan Adams. We get lucky enough to park next to 8H most weeks. Jeff is very knowledgeable. He'll help you out all the time with any questions. Parking next to Jade every week, though, makes me feel bad about myself.
It's fun parking next to Jordan.
Yeah. Ooh, let's see. Makes me bad about myself. Let's see.
Watching him celebrate winning so much. Also, anytime a guy wrecks, the 8H crew is first to help to put anything back together. I got your back, John.
Wow.
Yeah, Devil's Lake Mad Thrash was
That was.
And I've got the sideboard of Jordan's car ready to hang on my ceiling.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
That was this year.
Yep, that
right?
was this year back in June. Yeah.
And when Jordan wrecked there, and that was astonishing to me when I was sitting there and announcing, and then watching that 20A car come out for the feature. I was like, holy cow! And then it all went on behind.
We had about 4 crews working on that car to get it back together.
I mean,
just like we did Casey Mack's car here a couple years ago. When
we talked
and started tail end and won it.
Yeah. We talked race family, and there. You know, you guys, race fans only get to see so much. They only get to see what goes on at the grandstands. You know what I mean? If they really got to understand how much goes on behind that backstretch and how much work involved and stuff like that to go on to make sure you guys put on a show that's competitive and you know, be entertaining to the crowd that's there, I think there'd be more love for dirt track racing instead of the crap you see sometimes on Facebook getting posts.
Yep. And you know, that's one of the things we try to do with this show, as far as bringing everybody that has anything to do with dirt track racing. Yes. I mean, you wait. We're going to have a Racer's Wives couple of segments coming up, too. Then things might get interesting.
So for that, are we TV show? With
are we going to bring in wine for those shows?
Maybe we could get Amber to come up, huh?
I was going to quit my 20th year. Mm-hmm. And Ryan, my son, was about a year and a half old, 2 years old. And I told the wife, I said, that's it. I'm done. I'm tired. I can't do it anymore. She goes, no, you got to keep going. I go, what do you mean? She hated racing till first 10 years I raced. Mm-hmm. She couldn't stand it. Never been to one till she met me.
Right.
And she got a Mike Johnson shirt.
Yeah. It's still like brand new. And I go, what do you mean I got to keep going? I said, I got to quit. She goes, no, your son's got to watch your race.
Yeah.
I said, I'd have to race for about 5 more years before I'd even remember it.
Wow.
I did 5 years. He wasn't interested, and I shut it down.
Yeah.
So is that pretty much the reason why you shut her down? Then he's like 5 years, like, okay, I'm tired.
Well, I started my own paint business when I was living in Grand Forks. And we were painting.
And he mowed my lawn, too.
Yeah, I mowed and did a snow removal. We did that. And I was working up to 20 hours a day. And it was just killing me. And I couldn't do it anymore. And when I announced I won the feature, the second to last night, the last night I was leading it by a half lap. I blew the transmission out because they added 3 laps to the race.
Oh, shoot.
They wouldn't if I would have won it, but Brad Sang wouldn't have won the national championship.
Oh, yeah.
If I would have won, Brad would have got second in the national championship.
So you can look right at the camera there, Kevin, and say, "You're welcome, Brad."
You're welcome, Brad. Brad told me he was sitting in the car, and when I pulled off, I was going down the front straightaway by the flagman when it blew. I just pulled right off, and Brad goes, "There is a God."
Yeah, yeah. Wow.
Year before, John Seitz, me and him got together on the white flag in turn 1 and 2, and I ended up with a flat. We got together, and if I would have won it, I was ahead of him. If I led the whole feature, if I'd have won, John would have got second in national championship.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
You're like
Where would you ended up?
Huh?
Where would you would have ended up?
National championship wise.
I finished. I didn't run that. I
You
didn't
didn't
run
travel
course.
as much as those guys.
No, they had to put. They put in like 100 shows a year.
Wow.
Yeah. You have to run for national points.
I put in 30, and I finished in the top 20 out of, I think it was close to 700 super stocks.
Wow.
And how tough River Cities Speedway is, up till then, most of the year, it was the top 10 in super stocks national points was John Seitz, Brad Sang, Joey Peterson, and me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I only put in 30 shows, and they take your best 30 shows.
Yep.
And I finished 20th, which was in the money.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I felt like a rock at the bottom. I was top 10 all the time. And, well, I didn't race anywhere. You know, I just raced for fun.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of national points, Aaron Blacklands.
Yeah.
Saw something. He did really well. What he top? I think he's second.
I think top 2, top 5 for sure.
Something like that.
I had a look.
I'm guessing. I'm guessing
he's been
Terry
awesome.
Terry will shoot me a text back, but I saw something on Facebook about it. And actually, Jeff Leebrick, somebody says they have photo proof that you're a closet late model guy. Said they have a picture of you hanging out in the late model pits this summer. I believe it was Tom Corcoran's pits.
Because there's free beer.
And Travis Strandell. He's starting to get it too. Running the Outlaw Sprint cars. Great icons for the sport. Jeff Leebrick and Kevin Papenfuss are legends. Jeff Leebrick, there we go. He's got the photo proof. I'll say it was truly an honor to finally meet and speak to Kevin for the first time a couple of years ago. Truly a racing legend. That was from Amanda Joe. What's it make you guys feel like when people are saying that you guys are legends in the dirt track world?
I still can't believe it.
I don't buy it.
I mean, is this something you ever imagined when you first started working on a dirt car?
I think
Never
of
had a
Todd
clue.
Mack or
Right.
Donnie Mack or Tom Corcoran or.
But I mean, you guys are now up at that level. I mean,
we're
people,
not. No,
everybody
we're not.
knows who you are.
Wow, we're not at that level.
Yeah.
I think it's more so for everybody.
I don't know. Should I straighten my tie?
You should straighten your tie out. I think it's just the knowledge you guys have done. You know, you've obviously shown it on the track what you could do. The knowledge you bring. I mean, I don't know. I think it the same way. You know, you look at this in that 8H car and you see Jeff come down. You're like, another hot rod, Jeff. Another hot rod. And it's just that he's behind that. And then I wish I was around to watch Kevin race because seeing all these comments, like, I missed a legend. You know?
I was lucky enough. I was lucky enough. Paul, the producer, produces
he does.
some Busch Latte Tall Boys. And I stand to correct myself. You were actually in the 84 late model pit when that picture was taken.
With Joshua.
Joshua
Yep,
Johnson.
and that's who's texting me. Thanks, Josh.
Yeah, and I was sitting there talking to Tom.
Yeah.
So I was in that pit, but talking to Tom Coker.
That guy is. I love his Facebook and that. I mean, he races everything.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does.
Did you see the post that he did the other day? Says after all this, he had to quit racing, and then he left a list of everything that was for sale. It was just classic.
He could have an auction,
Right?
I mean,
But it was, household goods that it was.
I didn't see that.
It was household items. It wasn't.
It was just
Vacuum
funny
cleaners, dogs.
It was nothing to do with racing. It was all.
It was a joke, but
Right.
But
I think I
you
did
get
ask-
captured into it, and you just start reading it. Then it's all the stuff he had for sale. It's like, oh, okay.
You know, I actually think I ran into him, and I think it was at the bar in Thompson,
Right.
here not that long ago. And I'll be the first to admit I don't know everybody. I should, but unless. You know, I might know what car they drive and all this stuff, but a lot of them I don't know exactly what they look like, or
We know cars.
Right?
We know the car,
and I try to meet as many people as I can when I do get a chance to get down to the pits. But well, Josh, we appreciate all your comments and stuff.
I think I bid on his vacuum cleaner.
But during the Sites Memorial race, Josh was actually pitting for Lee Gross.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
He was there. He was
wow.
there that weekend with him, and that was actually kind of fun racing with Lee this year. It was the first time we got to. So.
Sorry, Jeff. I'm going to say something.
Okay,
but
sorry.
That Lee Gross car with that white and yellow wings, absolutely my favorite sprint car ever.
Oh, the 360 he rode this year.
Oh,
That was a nice car
brings
too.
me back to my childhood with Don Mack running it. Oh,
Yeah.
it's
So when you-
plain simple, but I just love that.
Yeah,
stuff.
So
and
let's look at late model stuff with him. Since he was at the sites, what'd you think of that ending of the sites?
Oh, that's-
Unbelievable.
you go to River Cities Speedway.
Yeah.
There's never a bad name.
No.
you
I
had
don't
a guy
care.
sneak down from Canada just to race
Yeah,
there.
that was awesome.
He'd actually been in the States for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's on a work visa back and forth. So, but he had to get his car down here.
Yeah.
And I don't know how Shane Edgerton was involved with that.
I don't know those.
I'm not sure about that, but it was only him and Shane Edgerton. And every other late model driver there had a full crew. Mm-hmm. And still the 21 was, I mean,
That was a good race.
AJ and him went back and forth. I mean, that was phenomenal.
you know, the sites.
And actually, who's that number 6 car that was in there too?
He was from
white-
Wisconsin.
Those 3 guys
Yep.
were just going at it. So
Wasn't that just cool?
Oh, it's awesome.
I mean, to have at the end of the year, what a good
92
I was kind of hoping
laps
Joey
and
was going to
come
pull it
down
off
to
there at the end.
Yeah.
But he hung around between 5th and 7th place the whole night.
Yep.
But I think his tires went away towards the end of the night.
Yeah.
and
Right.
Then he started falling back. But
And see, when they pit in that middle, when they pit in that 50
That gas
lap,
stop.
that gas stop, I just get to walk down. I'm so damn lucky, you know.
yeah, Joey's like 5th or 6th.
He was
that
5th
time.
or 6th.
Yeah.
I talked to him a little bit, and then he started talking, and then you can hear people say about tires, or I don't know who's talking
See,
what.
Tommy, I pay attention to late model racing.
Yeah. and it's funny because they're talking about how much gas they want to put in because they don't want to add too much weight. The car feels good right now. Let's make sure we do this and that. And I mean, to think of that and watch 92 laps like we did and how competitive it was
Right to the end.
right to the end. Hey, what if
Justin Strand, if he wouldn't have tipped her, he was.
he was moving
Yeah,
too?
he's got the worst luck in the sites.
Yeah.
I mean, he does. He's got terrible luck in the sites.
What's the biggest sprint car race we could ever do? Something like that. Is there something available like that?
Oh, I don't know how many laps they could make it. You got
that
to
fuel
throw in the
stop?
cautions.
Well, yeah. Plus the tires on those things.
We could do the Jeff Leebrick, or Jeff Leebrick, not memorial, but
50 lapper.
Don't count him dead
yeah,
yet.
94 lapper.
Jeff's over there going, wait a minute.
Yeah,
He's still breathing.
but just the Hall of Fame Jeff Leebrick race, 94 laps.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, that's something we could
In a
work
sprint
on.
car?
How about 101 late model lap?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah. Now he's back.
All right, now, okay, now let me
care. I wouldn't have to drive.
let me put my 2 cents in here about the
Both
John
same
sites.
night, 101 lapper and a 94 lapper.
Okay, and again, this will just add fuel to my fire. You got to remember who the guy is screaming up there the whole time.
And at 50 laps, we'll get Doogie to go out and redo the track.
Oh
again.
wow, that's the only thing about the John
Chad,
sites
don't joke.
that is hard on the vocal cords. Calling that one.
I've raced a few hundred lappers,
Have you?
players in Winnipeg.
Wow.
Them were fun.
Oh,
Yeah, I
players
bet.
100.
I went, the last year I raced was in 1988,
Yeah.
and I brought my hobby stock and ran with the late models. Put aluminum rims on it and put a spoiler on the back, and I finished 7th.
Wow. 100 laps. That's like an enduro race.
That's
I've done the enduro races too.
Oh, yeah. I used to do those up at Buffalo River.
an enduro race. That's not laps, so that's just time limit, isn't it?
No, it's laps
laps.
or
It's
time.
or time.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Kevin, does River City Speedway, do they have one of your door panels?
Yes.
Okay. They want to know if it's cool that they put it up. Is it in the bar now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, what cool about Kevin? Oh, when he asked me to put the door panel. Yeah. Okay. That's Scott Iverson, guy that runs the concession stands there. Yeah. In your years of racing, fellas, biggest win for your team, Jeff?
Track championship 2003.
Hands down. Talk about your driver then.
Mike Johnson, best guy you ever want to meet.
He's a hell of a guy, isn't he?
Yeah.
No, we hooked up back in, well, we grew up, went to high school and stuff together. Actually, we were living together back in 84. And he had screwed up his knee a few times. He was a world-class motocross racer, in my mind. And he was very good at it. And when Mike used to work on offshore oil rigs down in Louisiana, he'd stay at his uncle Stanley's place, and I can't remember the name of the town in Louisiana, but when he had 2 weeks off from being out in the Gulf, he'd come back and he'd race motocross.
Yeah.
Well, the dirt down there is a lot different than the dirt up
it's
here.
red.
And it's sand.
Yeah.
And he had a guy drove over his knee in a corner when he dumped the bike, and ever since then he had knee problems. And I thought, well, I'm going to get you out of that and stick you into a stock car.
And it worked.
Yeah, we did 2 years of hobby stocks, and then said, screw this, we're going right to sprint cars.
Yeah.
He should be in the Hall of Fame.
And I'm pretty sure he will. Let's take a couple pictures. There. That's the car. Mike's car. Jeff owned and wrenched on. And that picture, by the way, is going on our Duso Photography Wall of Fame today.
That car I actually bought from Doug Howells. That was one of Brad Pake's old cars.
Wow.
Holy
So
cow.
did that used to have Arctic Cat colors on it?
That had Arctic Cat.
Yeah,
number
wow.
53
Ditch
on it.
pickle on 4 wheels. How about that?
Pickle on.
All right, let's take a look at Kevin's.
There's that one.
And that one's going on the Duso Photography Wall of Fame also.
That was 88.
Nice.
That was
Checkered
88.
flag coming out the window.
Bob Sagan built that car for me. I brought a car in to have a new body in put on it. He looked at it. It was my brother's old late model. And I was going to run it. And it still had it had a stock stub. And they were kind of converting to non-stock in the lates. And so Keith bought a new one. So I took it down and I'm going to make it into a hobby stock and have Bob put a new body on it. He looked at it and he said, "It's junk.
Yeah.
It's too slow." He goes, "I know." He had this car. It was a late model. Had 5 nights on it. Hit the wall in Fargo and bent the front clip. So I can pick that car up for $500. We'll clip it, put a body on it. You'll have the best car ever. When I got done, I spent $2,000 on it. Really, I only spent $20 on it because the week before I went to a fireman's smoker and won about $4,000 at this. So that car,
that justifies it right there.
with a $20 investment, I went in there and I paid cash for that car. That was the best car I ever had.
New refrigerator, new washer and dryer.
Yeah.
Wife,
I was going to say.
wife was smiling after.
I was going to say, here's the
Took
big
her
question.
shopping the next morning.
Okay, I was going to say, did you tell your wife you won that money?
I woke her up at 4:30 in the morning. She was sleeping. Right away, she was pissed, and I was probably kind of about 3/4 to full, been drinking, and I woke her up, and she's like, crabbier than heck, and I started on throwing all the cash on top of her. I said, "Here, I did pretty good." I said, "I don't know how much I made," and she looked and she started counting it. And,
I love you, honey.
I said, "I'll take you
You're
shopping.
the bestest.
I'll take you shopping tomorrow."
Yeah. Here's my list.
Yeah, so that was a $20 car. I sold that to a guy from Adams after I ran it 2 years. I think I won about 40 features with that car.
So is this your last car you had?
No,
No.
that was 88.
Okay.
I last car I had was I ran affordable. And then, 1 year I ran 12 nights with Mike Jeffords' car, a Bruce Hart car.
Right.
thank God I didn't have to run against you so many times. And, you know, when Mike and I were in hobbies, he went to late models for a couple of years and stayed away from us.
I just commented on Leo Berkmeyer. He just got inducted in the Hall of Fame in Fargo.
Leo had over 1,000 wins.
1,000?
Isn't that crazy?
I read that last night. I went, wow.
Yeah.
And he goes, in his main thing, because Don Mack got, you know, which is cool, you know, and he goes, oh, I get to be inducted with my hero. And I said, 1,000 wins. Don Mack's probably thinking you're, you know. I said, I'm pretty sure he's proud of you too, you know. And I'm like, you are the Dick Trickle of North Dakota.
Yep.
Like I call Tommy Corcoran,
Not a
Ed
cold
Farmer.
Of
North Dakota.
Yeah. And it's funny because the day I think they announced Donnie getting into that Hall of Fame, I happened to be over at AgMac shops over there. And I said, congratulations. And I don't think he even knew.
Oh, really?
He's like, about what? And I go,
That was in 94, wasn't it? Or 95?
What's that?
When Donnie went into the National?
Yeah, the National. But now, which one did he just get? Didn't he just get inducted? Red River.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which covers Glennon, I think.
Yep. And Fargo.
Yeah.
I asked you the question, Jeff. Now I want to ask Kevin, your biggest win ever. Have you got one?
Probably the feature when I won the track championship against Dale. Mm-hmm. I mean, we battled so hard that year. This car, that orange car that they showed, it was 3 weeks late, so I was kind of out of the running for points. I finished second in points, but I ran 14 features that year. I won 7. Dale won 7, and I lost the points champion because
you missed a few races.
Yeah, and so I ended up winning that. That was a good one. We battled, and I passed him, I think, with a lap and a half. I just followed him. Mid-season, I'd followed him, and he got in the corner, and it was kind of dusty, and he locked it up, and I got into him and almost spun him out, and I ended up having to lock my car up, and I ended up spinning out, or I think I could have got by him, and I was just waiting, and I thought, I ain't doing that again in this feature. I just waited, and he kind of got a little high coming out of 4, and I just went underneath of him. I think in a lap and a half, I was straight away ahead of him, and I was just put that thing down, and I was gone. Now that was a big win.
Wow.
You know, you guys talk about battling it out with some of these other race car drivers. Any of these battles at the end of the night ever get heated for you, Jeff? You ever have words with anybody?
In 18 years Mike and I were together, there wasn't too many, but there was a couple. Mm-hmm. But it usually got mulled over in about 5-10 minutes.
Yep. You know, anybody you actually just couldn't stand, and you don't have to say full names, but was there anybody you couldn't stand racing against?
In hobby stocks, yeah.
Okay. Not sprints?
No.
Okay.
Basically not.
All right, same question for you, Kevin. Anybody that you really couldn't stand, or did you ever get in any tussles after a race or heated debates?
Many.
Yeah?
Many. One time when I got tipped over in a late model, rolled it 3.5 times, a guy drove underneath me, and I was ticked off. For
Destroy the car?
No, not really. Didn't do much. It was crazy flipping it 3.5 times.
Yeah.
But then I was mad at John Seitz when he took me out the night he got national champion. Mm-hmm. But two beers later, it's gone.
Yeah, and okay,
you get out of that car, you're just steaming.
Oh, right. Sure. And now let's switch these around. Now, if you would have been battling for national points, and it was you and him, the complete opposite, would you have done the same thing?
I've done it many times.
Okay.
I took a guy.
That's a straight answer.
Yeah,
I mean, that's pretty solid.
I still can't even remember who this guy was. And we were racing in Hamilton, and it was during the heat, I think. Yeah, it was a heat, and this guy would just fly off the corner, and he'd just floor it and come right back up, right in front of us. And Brad Sang was following me, so I'm just. Every time I thought, I could get underneath, he'd come right back on the track and just about run right over you. Well, after about 4 times, he went right over my hood, bent my air cleaner. I mean, his rear tire was over my car. I thought, okay, that's it. I'm done. I'm done playing. So I'm coming into the next lap. He gets off the track and comes right in front of me sideways. I just backed off and I just went right out of his car. I hit him in the rear wheel. His car went around about 4 times, spinning off the track. Rear end went flying out of the car, and it just trashed it. I just kept on going, and flagman looks at me and goes, puts his hands up stops me. He goes, what happened? I said, well, if you didn't see it, if you haven't been watching the race, you should get a different flagman.
Yeah.
Brad Sain comes in the pits and he goes, that was the coolest thing I ever seen. He goes, I've never seen a car do 360s like that fast in my life. Oh, God. The guy's flipping me off, screaming at me outside his track, and I just pointed at the pits, come and talk to me.
Yeah.
Did he? Did he? No.
And I still don't know who it is.
Yeah. You ever end up going at it with a guy, fisticuffs or nothing like that?
I've had a lot of guys coming after me to do it.
Yeah.
No, I usually, I'm mad for about 5-10 minutes.
And then you sit back and think about, okay, well, it's done. We're good. I'm good.
Anybody you ever hated racing against, Kevin?
Yeah, lots of them. Tom Corcoran, Rick Auckland.
All right, now my phone's going to light up again.
Yeah, here we go.
It was the only reason, because when I went late models, I never had a motor program and car program. I usually ran old. My brother had the new car. I had the crap, I hated them because I couldn't beat them.
Right.
They were tough.
And by the way, Tom Corcoran, you will be getting a call from us here at GFBS because when we keep doing these Hall of Fame series shows, we're going to get you back in the studio too. Tom's been in here before. But one thing I want to ask you, Kevin, I want to hear the Doug Wolfgang story.
Oh, God. Do we have a few minutes?
We've got a few minutes.
Okay.
And I gotta tell you one about Pat Miller yet too.
Okay. I better write this down, Pat Miller. Okay.
When Doug was running that 71 car at the end, they were running a special. I can't remember. It was some sprint special from Fargo and Grand Forks.
Yeah.
And they had the supers racing with them in Fargo, and they had late models in Fargo or Grand Forks. So I get to Fargo, and after the races, I went to and got my check, and I'm walking back to my car, and this big motorhome's pulled up right up to my race car. And I could hear him talking to my pit crew, asking them, hey, do you guys know where there's a 7-Eleven around here where we can get beer? And they're like looking at them like they're from Grand Forks. Like, they didn't know what to say. And so I walk up and I heard him say, hey, do you know where there's a 7-Eleven around here where you can get beer? And I look up and it's Doug Wolfgang. I look at him. Doug! I know.
Buddy!
He has no idea who this guy is.
Yeah, he's like, I said, you're in North Dakota. We don't have 7-Elevens. I said, you just go to any bar, just off sale, whatever. I said, you need beer? I got a beer sponsor. Come on, get out, and I'll give you all the beer you want. So we sat around for hour to 2 hours drinking Red Dog beer. Nastiest beer ever. Yeah. They were a sponsor on my car. Found out later I didn't have to drink it. I could have drank Miller Lite. And I'm like, why didn't you tell me that? So we were sitting around and we had bottles, and we'd crack these bottles and they had some weird sayings in them, and we were laughing at God. And I'm like, okay, I'm not racing tomorrow in Grand Forks, so if I bring my diecast cars there, will you autograph them for me? Oh, sure, yeah, bring them. So he goes, well, we better get going. We got to stop and get some beer for the motel. I said, well, don't stop at the motel. Here, I threw him a case of Red Dog.
No, we're good. We're good.
You got enough beer? No, he goes, you got enough beer for the night. So I'm in the pits or in the stands the next night, and I'm either going, I can't remember if I go into the restroom or beer gardens, or I'm walking down. His wife's got a stand on the wall selling T-shirts, sweatshirts, and that. She sees me and points at me. Hey, come over here. So I walk over to her. Yeah? She goes, aren't you the guy we were drinking beer with last night in Fargo? Yeah? Doug wants to talk to you. I'm like, oh, shit.
Kevin, I got the craps really bad today.
And she goes,
I can't sit in my seat.
did you bring your diecast? I said, yeah, I got them. And she had this beautiful sweatshirt with the Wolfgang on it, and the Wolf in his car. I said, hey, if I buy that sweatshirt for my wife, will he autograph that too? And she goes, well, it's already got his signature on it. I said, no, it's got to be autographed. Plus, I got to write a check because I want to write a check to Doug Wolfgang.
Yeah.
For proof. So I get there, and I get to the pits, and there's a long line. I'm at the back, and for some reason, he sees me way at the back of the line. He points at me and goes, come here. So I walk right to the front, and first thing he goes, what in the hell was in that beer you gave me last night? He goes, I was so sick, I didn't think I was going to race
It was
tonight.
really a diuretic with alcohol.
He goes, I almost didn't race tonight. And he goes, I'm like, oh, you got bit by the dog, huh? And I said, I got a bunch of Miller Lite in my car. Do you want some Miller Lite? He goes, I don't think I'll drink for another week or two or a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The stories over the years are great.
Oh, God. I
And
could write a book.
And we're going to get to the Pat Miller story, but this reminds me, it was years ago before I even started working at the River Cities Speedway. I think it was, did they bring the ASCS guys in here one year, or the All-Stars or something? But
we had NCRA and IRA.
okay, it was Jack Howdenchild was in town to race. I was sitting on the deck of the Blue Moose
That was
with my wife.
He pitted right next to us.
Okay.
I've got a picture in my garage of him.
That's
in our
right.
trailer.
I've seen that.
Mike was feeding him Coors Lights.
Yep. And he pulls up, this big fancy motorhome pulls up in the back, and we're sitting on the deck, and I'm looking like, who the heck is pulling in something?
That was a gum out show.
That's what it was. Yep.
I was on the other side of his trailer.
Okay. Well, I'm sitting on the deck of the Blue Moose, and all of a sudden, here's Jack and his wife and kids or whatever it was, and I went ape. I mean, and next thing you know, I invited him, sit at our table. Come on. I think I had every nickel in my pocket I spent on making sure him and his wife had all the beers they wanted, but ended up being just such a nice guy.
Well, the same day, we were sitting in Whitey's on the boardwalk there, and I played Jack 3 games of pool. Mm-hmm. I was a pretty fair playing pool player back then. Jack's waxed my ass all 3 games.
Yeah.
And Patty, his wife, looks at me and goes, he's pretty good.
Yeah. All right, Jeff, I want to hear the Pat Miller story. A lot of us, I don't know, Chad, you might not remember Pat Miller.
Don't remember Pat
Great
Miller.
sprint car driver back in the day. I want to hear this
He ran
story.
the number 12-pack car. It was always
Oh, okay, I
sponsored
saw
by
pictures.
Miller Lite or
Yeah,
Miller
he had
Genuine
the same
Draft.
sponsor, Miller.
Had the same sponsor.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wayne-
he probably
Wayne Gust used to take care of all these.
he probably drank Miller Lite, and Kevin drank the Red Dog.
I don't know how the Red Dog thing came into fruition.
Fruitation is
They
all
used
right.
to start me out Miller Genuine Draft, and then halfway through it, and I'd switch to a Miller Lite.
Oh, yep.
Pat had the Genuine Draft for a year or two, then he went straight to the light.
Miller Lite, yeah.
As long as it had Miller in there, he was fine
Right.
Yep.
with it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't ever drink that stuff. But
All right, let's hear
But
this
anyway,
story.
there was one night in Grand Forks. It was in the late 90s, and the track was extremely tacky and extremely rough.
Perfect.
There were rollovers in the heat races, the features. I mean, I think like 9 cars finished. And as everybody's piecing their cars, and I think Mike and I, we came home in one piece.
Oh, shit.
And we always pitted next to Pat the
Right.
whole time he raced. Well, after they're piecing Pat's car back together, and all the fans are coming in the pits afterwards, and these little kids walk up, Pat's signing autographs, handing out pictures while Chris Johnson and everybody else is putting his car back together just to get it in the trailer. And Pat's sitting on the edge of the trailer signing autographs, and these 2 little kids walk up, and this one kid goes, you know what? Of all the rollovers tonight, yours was the best one. And Pat looks up at this kid like, what? Yours was the best
This was
one.
the best. I'm a
And he
fan of
looks
you
at
now.
his little brother goes, wasn't it? He goes, yeah, it was the best one.
It was the best.
I mean, it was way better than any other one.
That is
How
so
does that
funny.
make a driver feel? Yeah, you had the best
You had the
rollover. in
best
there.
rollover
Pat
of the
Miller's
night.
a classic, man.
Hey,
Oh,
I want to get this in since Ryan Flayton is now watching. Can you see this? This is in Jeff Leebrick's scrapbook.
How cool.
And that is a picture that Ryan Flayton, 1989.
That's
Ryan,
in the scrapbook.
Look at that. You were a pretty good colorer back in the day, Ryan.
Yeah, he kept everything inside the line.
Yeah, look at that.
He was probably about 4 back then.
Yeah, I think the hardest part was spelling Lizakowski.
Yeah, that is so cool.
That's pretty neat. How about that? I'm glad you brought that scrapbook, man. That's cool stuff.
I got a story about Jack. The night you were talking, you were parked on it. It's after I retired, and a guy from Cavalier wanted me to run his car, and I'm like, I've been out a year and a half. I'm like, nah, I don't think I better race this. I don't want to embarrass myself. So he talked me into it. So first night we came out, started tail end, finished second. It was mid-season championship. Finished second to Bobby Eckert. Next night out, I started up a few more spots. But that night we pull in, and Jack Hodenschild's got this beautiful trailer in the pits. We pull up with a 1978 GMC Indy pickup with rust everywhere. Open, crappy old trailer. The car was not 8 years old. Mm-hmm. The sides were flapping. The body was 3 years old. The sides are just flapping. And he looked at me and he just says, what the heck is this? Well, we went out. We won the feature by over a half lap.
Wow.
And we started towards the back. So Mooney was announcing it,
Yep.
And he's like, after I won the feature, he goes, I know Papenfuss has been out for like a year and a half, but doesn't he realize he's got to stop out front? And what was his, I can't blanked right now, that always did the...
Norm.
Norm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Norm. He goes, he's on the back straightaway whipping ollies. You can't see him because all the smoke from his tires. So I'm back. I did like 5-6 crappies because I thought, the last night I walked out of this place, I handed Brad Sang a feature win. I said, this has made my day. So I come pulling in the pits, and after I got done, and Hodenschild looks at me and goes, that's freaking awesome. That's all he said. That was freaking awesome.
Yeah. Perfect.
By the way, Ryan Flayton did get back to us. Nothing about the picture. Great guest today. I always looked up to both of these guys. Still do. What did it mean to...
I do to him, too.
He's such a great guy.
I sold my last sprint card to Ryan.
Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah.
He cleaned out my garage. I got a new oven and refrigerator out of it.
You're one of the only guys I know that's got an oven in his garage. That's nice. Before we get out of here...
There's no oven in my garage.
No.
Oh, I thought you meant in your garage.
No, it went in the house.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he said from selling that, he got to buy himself an oven.
Okay.
And... see, that's why I show up
Chad
so I
gets
can.
it.
Yeah,
Chad gets it.
That's why I just show up. I just make sure.
That's it.
The intellectual.
Well, he's the only one not drinking beer either.
Well, I got the Coca-Cola.
He's got to work.
He's on coke.
Yeah, it's all Coke.
Yeah, he's on coke. That's better. You got some of the Canadians watching us. William Dick up in Canada. Man, I can't wait to see you guys again, hopefully next year.
I hope.
You know what? Tell that, what do they call him up there, a prime minister, whatever they have in Canada?
Yeah, Trudeau.
Yeah. Tell him to grab his ears and pull real hard, and let's figure this out for next season. One more question, guys. Brett Anderson, the best part about drinking with Jeff in his garage is the stories that he has to pass on, and that's what we do with this show. It's basically we sit around, we have a couple of cold ones, and we reminisce, we BS a little bit. I'm so glad you guys came on. And my last question for you is, we're an hour deep into this now, and what did it? Yeah, 59 minutes and 26 seconds. What did it mean to you, Jeff, to get inducted into the River Cities Speedway Hall of Fame?
Accomplishment.
Yeah. Did it surprise you or not?
When I got the letter from Darlene in the mail, I opened it and I'm like, what's this? And I just sat there at the kitchen table and went,
Yeah.
Right.
Totally unexpected.
Mm-hmm. And, this is something we've been preaching at you guys ever since you sat down here at the table at GFBS. Well-deserved, man. I mean, everybody knows you guys.
I never thought I had the stats.
I didn't either.
Tom
Corcoran was the one that convinced me that.
And Tom is the one that says, it's what you put in and what you
Yes.
contributed.
Yeah,
Tom Corcoran.
exactly.
There's
And
Tom.
I still don't believe it. But I am going to say Dale Skitlin needs to be in the Hall of Fame.
Terry Sanas. Bob Backus.
Bob
We
Bachowitz, too.
could go on and on.
Terry could be in there, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But right now, Dale Skitlin,
Yeah.
stats alone, he should be in there.
And you're hitting that table with authority, so I know
There's
you mean this.
personality conflicts that are going on with this, and the Hall of Fame committee needs to get their head out of their ass and get this right.
Okay. All right. Kevin, what did it mean to you?
I like it.
To get inducted?
Well,
I know you had a great time during the induction. You had
yeah.
a lot of family members there and stuff.
I think 75 made it to the picnic.
Wow.
They came from St. Cloud, Minneapolis, Richardson. Some would have made it from Wyoming and that, but I had my pit crew. I had my very first pit crew there. I had my last pit crew that was with me for years. I know Jeff did too. He had a great turnout. But I look at that wall and I look at everyone that's on it, from the start to now. And I'm like, wow, I watched and grew up all of them. And car owners, I knew pretty much everyone on there.
I can't believe I'm in there with my hero, Dwayne Anderson.
See,
Yeah.
Dwayne Anderson.
That's why I ran the
me and
94
Jeff,
number.
I think that's
huge.
And me and Jeff, that was my first hero too. So we have that's our common deal. Don Mack was my first sprint car. Mm-hmm. I mean, we followed the old track in Langdon, but to be inducted with all them guys, it's like your peers telling you, saying, "Good job."
Yeah. Yeah. And
100% it is.
yeah,
It's an honor. That's the best plaque. The rest of the trophies I've gotten, up 200 and some, I've given away many of them. Oh, and by
On the
way, I
same
brought
page
you
with
one.
Dick Urich and
yeah. Oh, yeah. I
Tommy
mean,
and-
go look at the names on that list.
my buddy Larry Corcoran that lived across the alley from me, and Jim
Swanglers.
Corcoran, and
Tesmer.
I mean,
We could go on and on and on and
Yeah.
on.
just-
Just to be involved with that, I mean, it's a huge deal.
Yeah, it's
a
an
huge
honor.
deal.
It's a very big honor.
yeah,
And
sorry.
I know I wasn't around for you. I wasn't here yet for yours, Kevin, but watching yours last year was pretty emotional.
Yeah,
You could
it
definitely
is.
tell it was like everybody around you. It's an awesome feeling.
I sat right behind him.
It was very surreal.
Yeah, it was just it was just cool as a race fan sitting there because John was doing it because it was my first year. I just sat back and watched. It was like, holy, this means the world to that man right there, and then
does.
and everybody else you went in with. It was
Sit
just so
and watch
cool.
it.
It was like a blur the whole night.
Yeah.
It is.
You couldn't stop smiling though.
Yeah.
Because you're here, picture here, picture here.
I
picture
sat
here.
right behind him in the grandstands,
Yeah.
right behind him and his group, and they were having so much fun. They were so
Yeah.
proud. But watching you and Mike talking after everything, that meant everything to me.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was the one. I was calling for since I got in to get him in. I'm like, hey, put Jeff Leebrick. Jeff.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, it's deserving. I mean, look at
Yeah.
I know
look
a
at
lot
the-
of people did too.
Look at the people that followed this show today.
Oh,
And
yeah.
how many people have just commented on it? You guys, I know you guys don't feel it, but you guys are legends in the sport, and it's awesome to sit here and talk to you both.
Wish I had as many wins as this guy did.
Right?
Hey, you're still going, though.
I
Yeah.
wish I had as many wins as Leo did,
Yeah.
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 or Tom Corcoran.
Yeah.
1,000 wins.
1,000 wins.
Wow.
I couldn't believe what I read that last night.
Yeah.
You guys, both of you, thank you
Awesome
for coming
show.
in.
Oh, I loved it.
Awesome show.
Yeah.
Well, that's the first
Thanks, guys.
of many, well, at least a few more Hall of Fame shows we've got coming up.
Let's do it.
Again, thanks to my Bullring Boy brother, Chad Hoff, Jeff Leebrick, Kevin Papenfuss, a couple of Hall of Famers here at River Cities Speedway. Special thanks going out to Integrity Fundraisers. Let them help you raise a little money. They can do it in a couple of weeks. You know what? They can help any school, sports team, youth group, nonprofits. Help them all raise money for much-needed funds. You can purchase personalized water bottles or mugs with your name and logo. They also do all kinds of things. Barbecue sets, cutting boards, poker golf sets, growlers, flasks, and more. And if you're in need of business cards or maybe brochures, any printed materials or laser engraving and shipping, check them out. $3 million raised locally, over 390,000 students served. They can help you too. Integrity Fundraisers in the Grand Cities Mall. Call them up, 701-402-2171. They've helped us out. They can help you too. Let Integrity Fundraisers help you all. Thank you all for texting us today. What a great audience and what a great cast today. Again, thanks to Chad Hoff, Jeff Leebrick, and Kevin Papenfuss. Wow, tomorrow we're going to wrap up the week with some music. Jan Sonia and Cold Sweat will be in the studio to perform, and these guys are good. So make sure you like, share, and tag us, everybody. We're Grand Forks' best source, giving Grand Forks an identity again.